just lost our Salamnce. I'm just gonna quit out here. There's no point in even staying into this. This entire recording's fucked. What's up, guys? We're back here again playing some UU. It's going to be a short session, not as long as we have been in the past, but we're excited to get going and start playing. If anything takes too long in between, we'll cut it out, but I'm excited to get going with you guys. So just looking at this, he's most likely going to lead Fortress. I'm actually not sure what I want to go out to in this case. I think I'll go out to, I don't have a real answer to this, do I? I'll go out to Alexander on Focus Blast, take a risk. So he goes out to Victini, very interesting. I don't think there's anything wrong with going for a Shadow Ball here. Obviously, we're pretty frail, but we do have that Focus Sash. So we'll Shadow Ball. So he turns out, that's good to know Victini is. Scarf then. He goes into Conkeldurr, and that does absolutely nothing. That is just insane. So I'm going to assume especially defensive, AV. We're going to go out to Salamnce. I don't believe he can do too much. He might be packing Stone Edge, maybe. Yeah, you see the priority move to try to get the damage. I think we'll live one. We'll D-dance here. Walnut. Okay, that's funny. Looks like we'll Walnut. I'm just gonna D-dance again. If we're gonna kill this thing, we have to. And he's gonna Volt Switch out. Okay, what are you gonna Volt Switch into? Is that really your best play, man? Easter. So let's Z-Fly. Let's see how much damage we can do with this. And that was a crit. That crit definitely mattered, man. We take the roll and we get the Moxie. Oh man. We are set up for sweep, yep, and he just forfeits. That's an amazing way to start off this recording. He's probably going to lead Crook, so I'm going to lead a Zoom around. If he doesn't, he doesn't. We have to learn this tier better, and I'm excited to do that. Yeah, interesting tier. I love playing with the different mods. So Bugfire, that's not bad for us at all. He's going to switch out, so I'm going to knock off here. Get that thing off, and that is a great switch. That is just O-code, man. That's a great start. That's an amazing start. So he goes into Bisharp, and we do not want to stay into Bisharp at all. We're gonna go into Fortress here, and we're gonna start setting up our. I'm gonna set up my rocks. Man, he is setting up. I'm gonna start setting up my spikes. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of damage. At this point, I'm going to go into Alexam and I'm going to Focus Blast. Maybe Scarf, maybe whatever, but I believe this should OHKO. And it misses. Okay, we lose. Oh no, we're Sash. Okay, we have a second chance. Here. Let's Focus Blast. Nope. Sucker Punch. Okay. Let's go into Salamnce and EQ. Maybe we can get that off. So Bisharp's a threat, more of a threat than I thought it would be. That crit's keeping us in the game, man. So 2 down on his team, 2 down on our team. She's gonna go for the Moon Blast for sure here. So I'm gonna go into Raikou. Not resisted, but a definite threat against his team. Toyota Music, okay. And I definitely see him switching out, so I'm just gonna go for a HP Ice. Okay, he goes into Volcarona. That wasn't the best play for that. I was thinking maybe one of the other mons, but that's totally fine. We're gonna swap back into his Azu right here, and he's gonna Roost up. That's totally fine. Even if he goes into Primarina, knocking off here isn't too bad. He's gonna Quiver Dance, and that is scary. And he gets the burn, and that is scary. That is just not good for us at all. We're gonna go into Salamnce here, and he's gonna Roost up. Just such a monstrous threat. We're gonna Z-Fly here, just get that damage off. Hopefully we can OHKO with this. He Bug Buzzes. That's not quite enough to even 2 KO us. And we OHKO it. That's amazing. We get the Moxie boost. It's always fun to see. So we're just straight up gonna EQ here. Azu's burned. We don't really need this for anything else. Get the damage off on Crook. He's gonna knock off. It was our Z move. We don't even mind that. We're gonna get more damage off here. This is awesome. It's Intimidate, not Moxie, so I don't even mind dying here. And he's just gonna set up the rocks. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe that was a good play for him. We will see. So he gets beat out, and I get the Moxie boost. 368, 328. So he might be max speed. We will see. I'm just gonna go for the Outrage. He sets up his sub. So we're getting more damage off. He could have immediately killed me. I'm trapped in Outrage now. Now, I don't know why I keep subbing. You know, I could just go to Marina. Citrus Berry. Okay, that's interesting. If I was him, I would have gone into Pre-Marina and done something because it wouldn't have affected. At this point, I will go into Raikou and just lock myself into a T-Bolt just to get him on both mons. Missed his high jump kick. That's some damage off on himself. That was unfortunate for my opponent. And he just, this is an interesting team. So Lion Croc, I think he's going to lead off, or he can lead Golisopod. Either way, I don't think it's too bad to lead off Azu. Okay, Lion Croc. So he's going to set up his rocks. He's most likely going to be Focus Sash, which is completely fine. I'll just Aqua Jet on the next one. Okay, so this is taking a bit. Like I said before, if there's anything that just takes too long, I will really I will cut it out of the videos. So this could be cut out. So he sets up his rocks, like I said. Goes to his Sash. If I were him, okay, I can't. I'm banned. I completely forgot. So I'm just gonna Waterfall here. I don't think he can do too much damage to me. Shinotic. That's fine. 48. That is just crazy damage. I'm gonna go into Fortress. Start setting up my my hazards. Overcoat. What's up? That's nice. We're gonna set up our rocks. He's gonna set up his seeds. That's fine. We're gonna set everything, even if this thing dies. I don't really need it against this team. This is the main counter right now. He was on a Flygon, so Flygon must be his defogger. Yes, like I was saying, Flygon is most likely his defogger, so I'm gonna go into Azu to threat this thing out. D-Dance, okay, that's different. Might as well just either, yeah, let's just play rough here. And we live on 7. That'll code easy. Easy Azu's a threat, man. What are you gonna bring in, Staraptor? So this thing most definitely outspeeds. The question is, do we want to keep this as a switch in for later? And I would actually prefer just a clean switch. So Z mirror move. Okay, that's interesting. So he gets the attack boost. We're just gonna go into Raikou. We are scarfed, so this is gonna hurt our opponent. I don't believe it will live a T-Bolt. And easy Oko. And they just forfeit. He comes out to Empoleon. I missed the Hurricane. Okay, I'm done with this game. Fuck this game. He was trash. He was trash anyway. Let's keep going. Umbreon. I want to start using Umbreon sometime soon. If Aerodactyl gets rocks, now it beats rock. Maybe Gliscor. Either way, HP Ice. Or T-Bolt. Or something. Or we can predict that Shadow Ball or HP Ice. I think HP Ice, if he leads off either of these Mons, would be a decent idea, because I think maybe if he leads Aerodactyl, he would switch into Gliscor, predicting the T-Bolt, or maybe Umbreon, because Umbreon's just a fucking ridiculous tank. So he leads Cobalion here. Steel fighting, of course. So we're gonna Volt Switch out. He goes into Blissey. We're gonna Volt Switch out. And I don't see a reason not to go out to Fortress and start setting up my hazards. Hopefully we pick up people day by day as well. Flamethrower, that is freaking damage, man. That's ridiculous. So at this point, Salamnce here, I'm gonna D-Dance up. Hyper Voice. I'm not gonna D-Dance up because that's just too much damage for me to afford that. I'm gonna Supersonic Strike here. Hopefully we get some serious damage off. He goes into Umbreon. Let's see what this does. 45%. That's crazy small. So we have no business staying in against Umbreon. Let's go into Alakazam. And hopefully we can get the Focus Blast off. He gets his Wish. And that's going to be annoying later. So we can go for the Dazzling Gleam, or we can go for the Focus Blast. I'm going to take the risk. I'm going to go for the Focus Blast. And it kills. That's amazing. Let's see what he goes into now. He might go back into Blissey to get the Healing Wish. Yeah, back into Blissey. So I want to go into Azu here. Just get as much damage off as we can. Hyper Voice does a decent chunk. We can afford to stay in here. Nothing really. Maybe the Decidueye wants to take a Waterfall. I'm going to knock it off though. We'll be banded in a knockoff. Hopefully switches into Decidueye, predicting a Waterfall. Cobalion, okay. So we're still gonna knock off the Cobalion. Justified, okay. So lefties are gone. At this point, I'm gonna go into Tornadus, and then I'll hopefully be able to. That's a lot of damage, man. 346. We are 375. So do we want a Heat Wave? We'll want to take a Heat Wave on this team. Absolutely nothing. Maybe the Aerodactyl, but that's still going to do some damage. He goes into the Glow Score. Do you want to take this? No, you. Oh, it's a crit too. That is just amazing. That is what we want. Let's Heat Wave again. Just kill that thing. Get that thing out of here. We don't want that thing in our sight. Let's keep going with against the Aerodactyl. He is most definitely faster here, unless he's invested otherwise. So we're gonna knock off here. He tried to pursue Trap. He didn't at this point go into the Raikou. If he can Oko me, then that would really suck. But at this point, we're just gonna T-Bolt and hope for the best. I think we're doing pretty well against this team. We're down 1 Mon, and now he is down 2. That's some tasty damage, man. It doesn't eat too much up. So, man, unfortunately, we are scarfed. So we're gonna go into the Salamnce at this point. He's gonna sub up. Let's fly Spirit Shackle. That's not gonna hit us. And luckily, he can't switch out if he really wants to. But I don't know what wants to take this fly. He's gonna set up his sub, so this is gonna be a repeating process. I think he's gonna predict. No, I think I have to fly here, and he's gonna SD, unfortunately. Now let's see. Does he set up another sub? He Spirit Shackles, and that's a crit. That's unfortunate. We have gotten a lot of crits today, so it goes 2 ways. Let's go out to Zam. And let's Shadow Ball here. Hopefully we can get another crit, because I don't think this alone is going to kill. He goes into Blissey, and he's immune to that, unfortunately. So at the same time, I'm going to go into Azu. Maybe he'll predict that and go into his Mon. Hyper Voice does way too much damage. At the same time, we are still banded. I don't think he's knocked me off. Yes, we are still banded. Now, do we want to player off Waterfall or knockoff? Let's knock it off. Let's knock off those lefties. He goes into Cobalion. We already knocked that off, unfortunately. Justified. That is not fun. What does Fortress do at this point? Not enough, so we're gonna most likely have to sack off Fortress. Fortress survives that, luckily. But it will die this next turn. Let's just let's Gyro Ball here. Doesn't matter in the end because it will die. But now we can go into Raikou. Now, if he predicts, he'll probably predict the Shadow Ball on Cobalion. So we're gonna Volt Switch here. Hopefully he predicts the Shadow Ball and he goes out to Blissey. That would be in our best interest, and that's how we're playing this. Unfortunately, he does not. So I don't want to sack off Azu, but at the same time, I'm just gonna go in Alakazam. Oh, okay, so we get the Sash. We will be faster for sure. There's no reason not to Psychic here. And that's Caballion down. So we're playing against the Blissey and the Decidueye. Now we could Psychic. We definitely need Azu. And Raikou will definitely be our main option against the Decidueye. I'm gonna Psychic here. I don't know if I'll switch out or what, but yeah, I'll mine. That is not good for us at all. I still don't think it's gonna be faster than our mons. It will be faster than Azu, it looks like, unless it's. I doubt it's running max speed. We're just gonna Psychic here again, and he's gonna soft boil him. That's not good for us. But I just want to sack this thing. I don't know if he's gonna. Yeah, he's gonna finally knock out our Zam. Man, what do we do here? So there's no real reason not to knock off. Maybe we want to go for the damage, but I want to knock those lefties off, man. And that's gone. Hyper Voice takes us down. So because we are Scarf, we unfortunately have to lock ourselves with HP Ice, and that does nothing. So unless the Mother Wall crits comes here, we just lose. Lion Croc, easy lead. Azumarill would be our answer. Hype Nation, man, you're so edgy. So we actually started out with Jake. So this is a Sand team. Very interesting, very interesting. So Sand Rush, Sand Force, I believe, on Lion Croc. So we're gonna Waterfall here, and that was not a switch in. That was not a switch into Azu. Does he even have a switch in? Zero question. He might have to go in Alakazam, take the Sash, hopefully get enough damage off on us, and then we can. Actually, Jet. I don't think his team has a real answer. So like I was saying, we can Waterfall here. I don't believe he can OHKO us. Energy Ball, that does not do enough. And he doesn't even have Sash. And he just forfeited. This team, if I get beat by this team, I am probably going to kill myself. And that's just me. So I'm going to go to Fortress. Volbeat, so I'm assuming it's going to be a Tail Glow set. So we're going to Stealth Rock here. Sub. Okay. It's probably Sub, Tail Glow. It's got to be fast. Let's try Revolve here. Encore. Okay, that is just not good for us. Let's go to Tornadus. Focus Punch. Okay, Focus Punch. I've never seen this set before. And that does absolutely nothing. So I don't know if he's going to stay in or do what, but I am going to Hurricane here. He's going to Focus Punch again. And we missed our Hurricane. This is just ridiculous. He's going to crit soon. This is not a fun game. This is not fun. Well, he's just going to keep... No, he's not banned. He's set up hot. This is... Look at how much damage he's getting off of the fucking Volbeat. This is just... Cancer, man. If my opponent's goal was to slowly kill me of Cancer, he is unfortunately succeeding at this point. We're gonna Heat Wave, higher chance of hitting, super effective hated, man, and we're Life Orb. Man, this sucks. This is just, I am literally dying of Cancer right now. Like, I'm not even joking. And he's just gonna keep setting us up. I am literally dying of Cancer. Like, can you guys make a GoFundMe to keep me alive? Because unfortunately I am dying of Cancer. I don't think he can do anything to me here either, so I'm just gonna start D-dancing up. And he's going to go in Primarina. I think he's probably specs and he definitely can OHKO me, but we're gonna go for the Supersonic Strike. I think a +1 Supersonic Strike is gonna do some serious damage if it doesn't kill. And that OHKOs, that was exactly our goal. Now we get the Moxie boost. Hopefully we can get a sweep going. Eventually we might have to lock himself into Outrage depending on what he goes into. Obviously the Tropius. We could fly again, which I don't see any red to stop us doing. Maybe he can set up. I'm glad we have our Rocks up just to get that little bit of damage off. That probably mattered against the Primarina, but depending on what he goes into now, we can get the sweep going. He goes into Butterfree, takes half. 4, something like that. Let's fly. Yeah, sleep pattern. Okay, so this, I talked about my last opponent not having the proper amount of chromosomes, but like I think that really applies to my opponent, and we get a crit. Not even, didn't even need it. So forfeit. I'd like to thank you guys for coming out today. This has been a fun video. I hope to be posting more. I hope you guys have a great weekend, because this is a Friday when I'll be uploading this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.